This is the introduction of the study material. In the study material, we have used various icons. In each chapter, there is lesson objectives, video tutorial, case study, some seller and buyer icons to explain each concept of transaction between business persons. And at the end of the chapter, there will be a self-examination questions. The chapters prepared are overview of goods and services tax, levy of an exemption from tax, registration, meaning and scope of supply, time of supply, valuation in GST, payment of GST, electronic commerce, job work, input tax credit, input service distributors, matching of input tax credit, overview of the IGST, that is Integrated Goods and Services Tax Act, place of supply of goods and services, and GST port. So all these 15 chapters are prepared with including 4 or 5 chapters in each sub chapters in each chapter. And at the end of the chapter, there will be a self-examination question so that you can be confident on attending such questions and checking with the key answers is given at the end of the chapter, end of the textbook. And we have given a revised model GST law highlights. What is the difference between the model GST law first issued by the government, and what is the difference between the that law and the revised GST law that came in November. So such highlights are given. I will quickly show the first chapter. Or this book is already prepared, finalized, and given for printing. It will be reaching to all our franchises within 1 week. So this is the first chapter. Here is lesson objectives. Here overview of GST introduction, the theory part. And I have tried my best to include a lot of images to explain the concept. Change in constitution, you may have seen this in the news and all. Mr. Arun Jaitley and other MPs are watching a total voting count for changing the constitution. And what is the meaning by GST? So such images may clearly explain. So such chapters are there. Images are used. See here we are intra-state, that is within the state, and it is with between the states. And there are 3 concepts: SGST, CGST, and IGST. And some examples are given. So it will explain you how to deal with various cases. It will be in simple to understand the concept. Then liability of the taxpayer, the third subchapter. Then see if, in GST we are using HSN, Harmonized System Nomenclature. So I have put some pineapple and is trying to explain what is a harmonized system of nomenclature. Then some more images, whatever attractive I have included. I don't know whether it is become more simple and will be okay. So GST network, that is a 4 subchapter, and GST council. And at the end of the first chapter, means all 5 subchapters of the first chapter, there is self-examination questions. So one can attend these self-examination questions. The learning methodology for students and franchisees is that this study material will be provided. You can also see the video tutorials in the learning management system. And for the self-examination questions, you can attend these questions in the learning management system, and this LMS will show you whether the right answer is selected or wrong answer is selected. And you can check the answers in the same study material at the end of the textbook. So like this, all 15 chapters are prepared. So lot of case studies, images to explain each concept. I am proud to issue this book before my partners and students. It took more than 1 month to complete the video tutorials, study material, everything. but hope it will be very valuable to so we have prepared all 15 chapters. See, you can see this image. This image means the video is available in the learning management system. So when one is reading this chapter, the respective video also will be available in the learning management system. And these videos can be accessible in mobile as well as laptop using our learning management system. I have included more images in explaining place of supply and registered and unregistered persons. How the income goes to the government in B2C transaction, and government is only custodian for B2B transactions. The N chapter is of GSTN, GST Common Portal. Its ecosystem, Suvidha provide and all. Key answers are given, and comparison between the previous draft law issued on 14th June and what is the change in 26 November 2016. And I think there may not be much changes in the future. It is almost completed. I can say 95% it is completed. Only in the practicing or professional level some changes may come. Thank you for watching the study material. I just showed it is for understanding that we have come out with a study material